Yo, what's good, everybody? I hope you guys all had a wonderful and happy new year, and I hope this year is a good one for all of you. Today we got ourselves a Lockjaw deck. I was lucky enough to get him in the token shop. It was a great day for me because Lockjaw is one of those absolutely awesome cards that I have been dying to get my hands on. I'm going to show you guys how to take advantage of Lockjaw, and I'm going to show you some gameplay using the deck that I built so that you can kind of understand all the moving pieces. So this is the deck right below me, and the whole deck revolves around big time creatures that get pulled out with small creatures with the help of Lockjaw. When a card gets played in his location, it's going to swap it with a card that's already in my deck. So our number one goal is going to be playing Lockjaw out on turn 3, and hopefully we're able to play him alongside Wasp. That helps us to avoid any potential Cosmos or anything like that. You play Lockjaw out, you play Wasp at the same time, you pull out a huge creature, maybe an Infinite for 20 power, and you don't have to worry about our opponents countering it because immediately, without them even suspecting a thing, Lockjaw pulls out huge power. Another small card that's going to help us get that job done is going to be Nightcrawler. When you play him into the Lockjaw lane, he's going to go back into your deck and pull out another card. But sometimes you go and you play another card in that Lockjaw lane and they pull out the small card that you have already previously put back into the deck. If Nightcrawler gets pulled back out, we can just move Nightcrawler right into another location, and then we can drop something else in Lockjaw's lane. We have Sunspot, who serves two different purposes. Number one, he can be put in Lockjaw's location and he can pull out a big creature, or sometimes you're not going to draw Lockjaw and you're going to need more power on the board. Sunspot's a really good one drop that's going to soak up all the energy that you don't use. And a staple in a Lockjaw deck is going to be Jubilee, because you're going to go ahead, you're going to play Jubilee into the Lockjaw lane, and she's going to pull out one of the big creatures from your deck. Then she's going to get cycled through, and Lockjaw is going to use her to put another big creature. You get two for the price of one with Jubilee. She's also there in case you don't get Lockjaw, because then you could play Jubilee out and then she pulls out a big creature from your deck. Thor is here because he's an incredible value. You play him at a different location, and then when you pull Mjolnir out of the deck, you get to play this 0 cost card into the Lockjaw location. Mjolnir is going to give Thor +6 power, and then Mjolnir is going to cycle into one of our bigger cards from the deck. We have Jane Foster, who's a really strong card that you don't mind getting pulled out into the Lockjaw lane, and then she's going to give you all the 0 cost cards that are in your deck back into your hand. So theoretically, you could play Lockjaw out, play Wasp in the Lockjaw lane. Wasp is going to turn into Jane Foster. Jane Foster is going to put Wasp back in your hand. Then you could throw Wasp back out there and it becomes another big creature. We also have Vision, because we don't mind if Lockjaw pulls Vision out of the deck. Then you can move Vision, very similar to Nightcrawler, and you can put him wherever you want while simultaneously putting another small creature into the Lockjaw lane and pulling out another big card. And now we're on to the 6 drops, and these are our hefty power cards. And the first one is gonna be America Chavez. You know that no matter what you play, as long as it's before turn 6, America Chavez is gonna be in the deck. So when you play Wasp into the Lockjaw lane, you have a chance to pull out a huge card no matter what. Hulk is in there because he's just a big body, just a strong card with 12 power. Magneto, same exact situation as Hulk. 12 power, he does move things around and causes chaos for your opponents, disrupts what they're doing. And of course, what would a Lockjaw deck be without the Infinite? 20 power that you could pull out of the deck for the cost of a 0 energy Wasp. There is no better feeling than when Lockjaw just immediately rips Infinite out of the deck. Now I want to take you into some gameplay, but before we do that, if you're enjoying the content, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. We have Marvel Snap videos coming out 4 to 5 times a week. It is a great time. I love this game and I love making content on it. Now let's jump to the games. We got them right here already. We do have the Space Throne as well, and we got a lot of big 6 drops. We have quite a few in our hand already, so that doesn't really necessarily feel great to us. And we have just about every 6 drop except for America Chavez in our hand. We're literally only missing America Chavez and Vision, and we have none of the small cards, but Grand Central's there, so it's going to put one of the cards in our hand onto the board automatically, and that does bode pretty well for us. And there here come rocks, and I suppose we can put rocks into the Lockjaw lane, but he's probably going to be pulling out rocks, so Lockjaw is not the most exciting card here, but we're going to go with it anyway for the content. And because we got a couple rocks, we might as well. We're gonna drop Jane Foster next, I think, and we're gonna see what happens. Here we go. He's got Shuri. He must have just got her. No border, no outline there. And we pull out Sunspot. Not the best pull, but still okay. And we pull Vision. So better than pulling any rocks, let me tell you. What we have to do here is drop Jane Foster into Grand Central, and then it's going to pull out another card for us. So I think he's going to drop whatever he's Shuriing into the Space Throne, and we're not particularly worried about that. I'm going to go ahead and snap it, and we're going to drop Jane Foster into Grand Central, and just hope that the rock is not the card that they put onto the board for us. Okay, we got a 1 in 4 shot for it to not be the rock. Oh, now it's a 2 in 5 shot. That there we go. Hulk, let's go. Hulk really does smash, and they put a rock for him. Let's go. So we're gonna put Magneto in there, and we're gonna put Wasp in here. We're gonna hope that Magneto and then Jane Foster and Hulk are good enough here. Unfortunately, we drew most of our big drops, so I don't think Wasp is really pulling out anything special here. The best card we still have left in our deck is gonna be Thor or Jubilee. So in case it's Jubilee, we're gonna move Vision into the center, and we're gonna just do our thing here and hope that this works out. That's gonna be Zola, and he ain't gonna be able to put Zola into, he ain't gonna be able to put Black Panther over here. Come on, pull out something good. There's Thor. Is that gonna be good enough to win? I think it is. I think it is. That was beautiful. Exactly how we wrote it up. That worked out perfectly. Let's go. We got Lockjaw right away, so this is great. This looks great. Unfortunately, we have a Tillin, which actually does kind of bode well for us because we're going to be able to have Infinite and Hulk go back into our deck, and we'll be able to play around with that a little more. We're definitely playing Lockjaw out on 3. We're going to save Nightcrawler for a moment. There goes Sunspot. So let's play out Sunspot Nightcrawler. I know, kind of wild, but we're hoping that whatever gets shuffled back in with a Tillin, we end up pulling Wasp and Jubilee. That would be the most ideal situation. We're gonna drop Lockjaw right onto a Tillin though. All right, Nightcrawler's in a rough spot. All right, let's go Lockjaw. Let's hope that we end up pulling out Wasp and Jubilee. Like a Wasp Jane Foster could be one of those cards. Okay, here he goes. 0. Titania. Ooh, that's a nice use of 0. I like that. I like that. Keep Titania on his side. I've never seen anybody try that. I respect it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect situation for us. I mean, I guess we could save Nightcrawler, or we could just let him go. I guess we'll save him. We got Thor, and we have Wasp. So Wasp is going to pull something out from the Lockjaw lane, and hopefully we'll draw Mjolnir after. Jubilee, perfect. Okay, not perfect, but Jubilee pulls out America Chavez. We still got a chance there. He's got Khazar going for him, and we pulled Mjolnir, and we're gonna go ahead, drop Vision into the Atlantis lane, and we can just kind of make a move and figure out exactly where we're gonna put whoever we want there. Let's pull out Infinite right now. Just end his dreams right now as we speak. Wasp, yikes. Okay, we are screwed on the Lockjaw lane, but we do have Magneto and Mjolnir to save the day. What we want to do is actually Magneto, Vision, and then Mjolnir in the middle. This way they can't kill our Mjolnir, because we know we're dragging Khazar right into the Warrior Falls lane, and we're gonna kill him. So This is best case scenario right here. We're dropping Magneto, then Vision into Warrior Falls, and we're putting Mjolnir there to boost up Thor. Let's go. There goes Khazar. Khazar's getting over. He's getting absolutely wiped right now. Mjolnir is gonna pump up Thor. I can't even speak. And there goes Rocket. That is just not gonna be good enough. That is just not gonna be good enough. And all your guys are gonna lose a lot of power. See you later, Khazar. GG's. Let's go. So the Lockjaw lane didn't exactly work how we intended, but hey, it worked out in the end. We got enough big time cards and we got to pump up Thor big time. Hopefully we could draw Lockjaw. At this point, we don't have him yet. In the meantime, I think we're just going to go ahead and play Sunspot out, because if we do pull Lockjaw, we'll still be able to Jubilee into his location, and Sunspot will just kind of soak up energy as we go, gain some power as we get things done. And still no Lockjaw, still no cards, but our opponent didn't play anything either, so I guess we're both at a disadvantage. And the Nexus may be destroyed here. And once again, we cannot play anything. We're just going to let Sunspot continue to soak up the energy. There goes Psylocke. And there goes Lemuria. We have not pulled out Lockjaw yet. We're going to go ahead. We're going to Jubilee here. Unfortunately, we have a lot of our big cards out, so we don't really want to Jubilee into the Nexus. We're just going to see what she pulls out. She may very well pull out Lockjaw. There's Vision. That's totally fine with us. And he's got Sarah, so we're going to really have to make things happen here. And unfortunately, we only have Jane Foster available right now. He may very well magic one of the locations. We're going to put Jane Foster into the Nexus and just try and gain power there. And if there is no turn 7, I kind of feel like Limbo's coming, if I'm being honest, because he dropped Sarah like that, but maybe not with all those cards. She's Mystiquing Sarah, which is a very good play for him, whoever we're facing. Although Surfer's gonna be really good, I'm not really fully convinced that we lose here. We're moving Vision over, we're dropping Hulk in, and we got the Wasp in there. Ooh, he might have us. He might have us here. Yeah, he's got us. He does not have us. Let's go. I was really expecting that to not be Rogue. I thought that was going to be Silver Surfer. Even if you don't pull Lockjaw, you can really make things happen with this deck still. So that's our Lockjaw deck, and as you can see, it is a ton of fun to play. I just love pulling out these huge creatures out of nowhere with Lockjaw. It is such a cool archetype, and there's a lot of different ways to play it. So this is just one way, and we're going to have plenty of more Lockjaw decks on this channel. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for these future Lockjaw decks. I really appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a wonderful new year, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.